Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hine, matov manahayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hine, matov manahayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Sing it out, hallelujah, 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 amen. Hine, matov manahayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hine, matov manahayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim gam yachad.
Thank you, Josh. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm Rabbi Daniel Schaefer, joined tonight by our music educator, Josh Cohen. We are now concluding the holiday of Purim. As the sun sets and this moon rises, we say goodbye to what was hopefully a fun celebration for everybody. I've left my costumes off for this evening, but I will not judge you if you still want to wear yours. I hope you had fun last night and you had some fun today as well. One of the themes of Purim is the world turning upside down. And while I did consider letting Josh give the Devar Torah tonight and doing all the music, I thought perhaps we should keep things the way they are just for one more Shabbat. So it's a real privilege to be with you 2 nights in a row. And if you have Shabbat candles at home and can bring in the light of Shabbat with us, we're going to light, and the blessings can be found on page 2. And after Josh leads us in the candle lighting blessings, we're going to turn and welcome in the Shabbat angels singing Shalom Aleichem, which can be found on page 24.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lecha lichner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. Shalom Alechem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim Akadosh, Baruch Hu. Boachim Shalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Akadosh Baruch Hu, Barchuni l'Shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon.
perhaps last night you heard Josh compose different songs to different genres of music on the spot, but he's also very talented when given time and able to plan things in advance. And he has written a number of wonderful melodies. And one of those melodies are to the final lines of Psalm 99, beginning with Romemu, and they can be found on page 17 in our prayer books. And we join together as we warm up our hearts and minds this Kabbalah Shabbat to sing together Romemu.
You're too good to me, Rabbi Schaefer. Let's sing Romemu. Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ishtachavu, Ve'ishtachavu, Lehar Kosho. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ishtachavu, Ve'ishtachavu, Lehar Kosho. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, oh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ishtachavu, Ve'ishtachavu, Lehar Kosho, Ki kadosh, Ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu, Ki kadosh, Ki kadosh, Ki kadosh, oh, Ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ishtachavu, Ve'ishtachavu, Lehar Kosho.
Thank you, Josh. We turn to Lecha Dodi on page 20, and we'll sing in a moment verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And the refrain, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, those last three words, Penei Shabbat nekabela, literally mean the face of Shabbat, let us welcome. And there are so many awkward things about technology and Zoom and services, but one of the things that is nice is that if we choose, we can see each other's faces. And I think we are literally the faces of Shabbat for everybody. And so if you are comfortable during the song, I invite you to turn your Zoom to gallery view so that you can see everybody here. And if you want to leave your camera on for this little experience, just look at everybody, smile, sing along with us. And if you're not comfortable, it's okay to turn your camera off. But it is a blessing to be together and to see each other's faces and to see each other's faces as we welcome in this Shabbat. So we turn to page 20 and we begin with verse 1.
Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Repeat after me. Lecha, Lecha Dodi, Dodi, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Shabbat Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmi'anu el hamichad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litilah Lecha toti Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha Ki mekor habracha Merush mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshava nechila Lecha dodi dodi Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Verse 5 Toreri, Kiva Orech, Umi Uri, Shirtameri, Kevod Adonai Alai Nikva, Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Verse 9 Ori v'shalom Ateret pala Gam b'simcha U'v'zor olam Toch emunei Segula boi kala Lecha dodi dodi Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela
We turn to Psalm 92, which can be found on page 22. And I'm told that we sing this in a round and that we can choose either part. If my life depended on it, I don't think I could hold down one part of a round, but you never have to experience that on Zoom. So really pick whatever you're comfortable. I'll just be singing along with Josh with whatever part he's doing, because that's about all I can handle as we say this psalm for Shabbat. Psalm 92.
You sound great, Rabbi. But yes, friends, choose any part you like. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That's part 1. Part 2. Magalu Masechaya Meyor Hamchu Machshuvotecha Magalu Masechaya Meyor Hamchu Machshuvotecha. Please sing any part you like. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Please join me for Chatzi Kaddish on page 26. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael b'hagala uv'izman kariv v'meru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam ulamei almaya yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitalal shemei d'krusha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damihiran v'alma v'meru amen. We turn to the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, which can be found on page 28. I invite you to unmute yourself as we respond together to the second line. We rise in body or spirit for the call to worship. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We're welcome to be seated. And I just want to invite anybody to share in a second before we say the blessing for the coming on of the evening. If there's anybody who loves the nighttime or loves some part of the nighttime and wants to share with us what that is, can you just unmute yourself and let you know what do you love about the nighttime?
I like to see the moon.
Lisa loves to see the moon. Yeah, me too.
A really good one tomorrow.
Ooh, good to know.
That orange moon.
Thank you. Anybody else? Larry and then Mira.
I love the beauty of dusk.
That special hour that we were just in, dusk. Mira?
I like watching the sunrise and the sunset.
Yeah, that borderland between light and dark. And that is what we're going to honor, that borderland that we just entered into. And as we welcome on the evening, we're going to sing a song by Noam Katz, Roll Into Dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, goleh or mipnei choshech, goleh or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, goleh or mipnei choshech, goleh or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, v'choshech mipnei or. Adonai Hamariv Aravim. Page 32. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Amcha Avta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadata Otanu limadata Halkein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbeinu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ihem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negeyomam v'layla negeyomam v'layla ve'ahavadcha al tasir mimeinu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael ohev amo Yisrael.
We join together for the Shema on page 34. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Continue with V'ahavta on page 36. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvleftecha v'aderech ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 40. You ready to rock out? Passover's almost here. Here we go. Feilim Adonai mi kamocha teida b'kodesh Nora tehilo to sefer Nora tehilo to sefer lev Malechotecha ra'u banecha Bokei aliyah lifnei Moshe Miriam Zeili anu ve'amru Zeili anu ve'amiru Adonai lo le'olam va'ed Adonai lo le'olam va'ed Yellow Yain lai 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 yain lai 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 ya lai 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 yain lai lai yain lai lai lai.
Josh, those words Passover is almost here just caused me a little anxiety attack in the middle of services. So I'm hoping that you could play something nice and sweet and soulful and calming to help bring that stress level down for a little bit this Shabbat.
All right, just no falling asleep on me.
Okay.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'amidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'amidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Ushmor Tzedkeinu Lechaim u'shalom be'ata ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu shalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechaim. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Just go to sleep tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. Yes, it will. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Just take a schluffy tonight. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'amidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'amidenu Shomreinu
Paraphrase a famous teaching, there are 4 kinds of Jews. There are the Jews who want to pray the words on the page, the Jews who want to pray the words in their heart, the Jews who will pray the words on the page and in their heart, and those Jews who don't want to pray at all. And you know what? You're all Jews. You're all good Jews. You're all welcome here. So wherever your prayer is coming from tonight, I invite you to rise in body and spirit for the Amidah and join me on page 46. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekonei Hakol, Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshia Umagen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Le'Oshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Memid, Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata L'Hachayot HaKol, Baruch Ata Adonai, Mechaye HaKol, Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukadoshim B'chol Yom Yahalelu Chasela, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We'll take a few moments for our own silent prayers and reflections and join together for a prayer for peace.
Shalom bimroma, Huya say shalom aleinu, Ve'alko Yisrael, Ve'alko Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, Ve'alko Yisrael, Ve'alko Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Amen. Shalom Aleinu, Be'al Kol Yisrael, Be'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Amen. Yalla, sing it out. Nicely done.
Tonight we're going to sing a new melody, not a new melody, but a different melody than we often sing for Misha Berach. And the words are El Na Refa Na La. And these are the words that Moses said to God, praying for the health of his sister Miriam when she was stricken with tzara'at, or what we often think of as leprosy. And so we want to offer our prayer for healing tonight with those words. And I invite you to share the names of loved ones who you are saying a prayer of healing for tonight. You can type them into the chat. I'm going to read some names that as a community we're praying for. And if you'd like to unmute yourself afterwards and share any names out loud, you're welcome to. Tonight we are praying for Anita Kulik, Judy Goldberg, Kate Bingham, Chava Esther Bat Chaya Ruchel V'Chaim Yona, Sarah Robinson, Esther Neshama, Tammy Griffin, Richard and Margie Hershey, Karen Shea, Doug and Mila Krennick, Eddie Alicia, Barbara Bartlett, Chitra Dwarka, Betty Morgenstar, Myron Frummer, Martha Joy Aft, Asher Rodriguez, Lisa Allen, Marcia Susan. And if there's any other names you'd like to add, you're welcome to unmute yourself for a moment and share them with us tonight.
Ida Kanter.
Thank you, Angela.
Also Chava Esther Bat Chaya Rachel V'Chaim Noah.
Thank you, Deborah. We join together in a prayer for healing with these words, El Na Refa Na La.
It's a beautiful melody written by Todd Herzog. We sing the Hebrew together, and then the English is the call and response. Chorus with the Hebrew goes like this. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. Give that a try. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. Verses go like this. Dear God of our ancestors, dear God of our ancestors, help us renew our faith, help us renew our... You got it. Grant us a perfect healing, bring peace to all our days. Together we sing. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. Restore our strength of body, help clarify our minds, refresh our tired spirits, rejuvenate our light. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. Sing it out. El na refa na la, refa na la nu. Thank you for all these blessings.
We wish them all a refuah shlema, a complete and speedy recovery. It's my pleasure to share a few words of Torah tonight. I asked you what your favorite part of the nighttime was, and Lisa shared that it was the moon. And I was admiring the moon last night because on Purim we always get a full moon, a big, beautiful full moon. And I didn't realize that it was going to become even more special in 2 days, but I have been enjoying it so much. And I'm out looking out my window right now at it again. And just as much as I love the moon, I love a beautiful starry night when I'm out in the countryside, away from the city and the lights, and I get to appreciate all the stars up in heaven. And I think our ancestors spent a lot of time admiring both of those things as well and reveling in that beauty. The mystical document, the Tikkunei HaZohar, compares those heavenly lights to the different aspects of God. And so they were not just lights in the sky, but they were special, special things. But in a midrash on the book of Exodus, connected to this week's Parsha, Rabbi Meir says that the Holy One, blessed be He, said that the lamps that Aaron lights are more precious to me than the luminaries that I had placed in heaven. So I found this to be so fascinating because I love the moon and I love the stars, and those are very precious to me. But to God, there's something even more precious than the moon and the stars, and those are the lamps that Aaron lights. You might be wondering, what are these lamps that Aaron lights? Well, in this week's Torah portion, Tetzaveh, we have our answer. It begins, and you will command the children of Israel that they bring unto you pure olive oil crushed for lighting, to cause a lamp to burn continually. In the tent of meeting outside the dividing curtain, which is in front of the testimony, Aaron and his son shall set it in order to burn from evening to morning before God. It shall be an everlasting statute for their generations on behalf of the people of Israel. And these lamps are known as the Ner Tamid. And in our synagogue and in synagogues around the world, we have a Ner Tamid, an eternal light that stays lit at all times. And it's connected back to this commandment in the book of Exodus to keep the lights lit. But they didn't have electric lights that they could turn on and leave for as long as that light bulb will last. They needed the priest to keep the menorah lit evening and night. It required constant tending, and it required all of the people of Israel to take part in producing that olive oil from olives so that there was always a supply of oil to light these lamps. The Sfat Emet, a famous Hasidic rabbi, takes this teaching from Tetzaveh, and he sees it in almost a psychological way, that all of the parts of this project, from the olive oils to the menorah to the lights themselves, are connected to us as people. He compares the olives to the process of purifying our body, of the need to take and extract that olive oil out of each olive, and how painstaking and difficult that is to purify ourselves. And he says all of these elements exist within every person, just as they exist within Israel as a whole. God made humans upright, bearing with themselves the perfect totality or shlemut of all creatures, from the deepest depths to the greatest heights. Aaron the high priest was chosen to serve God. This was for the sake of Israel. For after the sin, they contained a mixture of good and evil. The Blessed Holy One's counsel was to choose one person in each generation to represent purity, through whom purity would flow to all of Israel. Now that makes sense in the time of the high priest, when we had a singular figure who had such power and was able to devote all of their resources to representing and enacting purity on behalf of the people of Israel. But what do we do without a high priest? And who is that person today? Well, the Sfat Emet continues that we don't actually have to worry about that, because we don't need to rely on just one figure. he says, you too can do the same. Set aside one quality or one special mitzvah about which you take fabulous care. Through this, you will be able to draw light and redemption to all of your qualities. I love this teaching. It felt like I might have plucked it from a self-help manual, but it actually felt like it perfectly applied to the holiday of Purim, which we just celebrated. As you may have read in one of the many newsletters we sent you, there are 4 core mitzvot of Purim: a festive meal, eating a su'udah, hearing the Megillah being read, giving gifts to the poor, matanot le'evyonim, and sharing gift bags with your friends and family, mishloach manot. And what I understand the Sfat Emet to be saying is that we don't have to be great at all of them. In fact, there might be one mitzvah that we are drawn to. Some of us are Jews who love to eat. Some of us are Jews who love to come to synagogue and hear the Megillah or hear the Torah or to hear the prayers. And some of us are really motivated by social justice, of raising money and giving gifts to the poor. And some of us are motivated by connecting with the people in our community and bringing them light and joy and gladness. And so for me, it's an inspirational message that I don't have to be all things to all people all the time. I can find that one special mitzvah that speaks to me and practice it and be good at it. And through that, bring light and redemption to the world and to our people, Israel. And even though Purim is over and I'm not ready to look ahead to that next holiday, one full moon from now, I think that there are ways that we can take this teaching and to find one special way to focus our energies and to bring joy, to bring happiness, and to bring goodness into the world. And if we don't know what that is for us yet, my hope is that each of us is able to find it in the days to come and to bring our energy out there in the world to do good. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with the Leinu, which can be found on page 282. And you're invited to rise in body or spirit.
Aleinu לשבח, לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו בפגועי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We pause tonight to remember those that we've loved and lost, both in recent days and in years past. If you're saying Kaddish tonight for a loved one and would like to unmute yourself or to share their name in the chat, please do in a moment. I want to mention Max Knopf this evening, Karen Landsman's cousin, who we are saying Kaddish for as a community. Larry?
The second anniversary of my father's passing, David Green.
On Stark.
Thanks, Jim.
My mother, Ruth Schwartz.
Thank you, Eileen.
Katz. Paul Katz.
Leonard Nimoy, though I didn't know him, he was a beloved character. He died on February 27, 2015.
Thank you, Lisa.
Neil Spritz.
Thank you, Nathan.
My aunt, Ruth David.
Thank you, Deborah.
Our
Me-
son, Ari Sylvan Cohen.
Thank you. We add the names of Norma Weber. We invite everybody to rise for Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yama divra chirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon v'chaye dacho beit Yisrael v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei amaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmeid, Kudsha, Brechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, V'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha. May the memory of these holy souls be for a blessing. Well, welcome to be seated this evening. I want to say thank you to Josh for being here and playing along with us tonight. He was doing double duty on Tat Shabbat. We're grateful to have you. Coming up next week, we have two exciting events. On Thursday night, a class on Jewish medical ethics with Dr. Muriel Gillick, and that's 7 p.m. on Thursday. It's a two-part class on March 4th and 11th. And on Friday night, we're going to welcome the CEO of Jewish Vocational Services to join us, Jerry Rubin, as we honor National Refugee Shabbat. And that should be a wonderful evening to hear him speak and to be able to ask him some questions. Rabbi Berkman's weekly Torah class, Torah for the Heart and Mind, is again on Thursday at 9 a.m. And I will be leading Torah study tomorrow at 10:30. Anything else that I'm missing that people want to share? There's a social action committee meeting on next Wednesday at 7. And if you're interested, I hope you can join us. Before we close tonight, I want to do Kiddush. We have a special Simcha shout out who I'm sure has much better challah than I could possibly provide. But if you'd like to join me for Kiddush and raise your wine or grape juice, we're on page 5. I put it somewhere around here. There we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza banu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahavat u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yam hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. And we are very excited to be celebrating one of our members' newest ventures. You may have been reading about it in the Boston Globe this week. And Rachel, you want to share a couple words about what is happening and what we're celebrating this week?
You have to unmute me. Okay. Hi there. Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Of anybody in the world that we wanted to share this with, it's you all here. We own a Jewish deli in Cambridge called Mamala's. And
Josh knows it.
we're going to be opening a branch in Brookline in Washington Square. And we're super excited about it. So
Like 2-minute walk from my place. I'm sorry if I buy up all your corned beef. I live on 16 Addington, like right down there. So
if anybody wants to have lunch with Josh, knock on his door, 16 Addington, and then you can come over to 1659 Beacon Street and join us.
And I just have to say, I overheard this week a conversation where people were talking, and this woman who I know was raving about Mamala's and how delicious the food was. And I was like, oh, I know those people. I know that food. And they weren't even Jewish, because you don't have to be Jewish to enjoy delicious deli food.
Jewish, that's true.
Yeah. So you're going to lead us in Motzi this evening?
Yes, and I would also like to give a simple shout out to my daughters who went on Zoom with my brother who lives in Milwaukee yesterday, and they all made challah. They actually had hip hop challah. They listened to hip hop records and made challah together.
Whoa, those look like beautiful challahs.
And they made
Challah
knots.
Mm.
So.
Well, now we're all jealous and hungry.
Okay, perfect. Let's hurry up then.
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Mazel tov. We're very happy for you guys, and we can't wait to join Josh for lunch. I think he said it was his treat. Is that what you said, Josh?
yes, absolutely. But good luck getting any food when I'm around. Jewish
Okay.
delis, here I come. Oh, corned beef. Oh yeah.
The corned beef egg rolls are my favorite
Corned beef egg
when I'm
roll.
feeling very decadent.
Amala is awesome and has gluten-free bread, so another reason why they're super awesome. So
Enough food talk. We're going to sing a song, a new melody for a lot of people. Do you want to introduce it and explain what we're singing this time?
yes, we're sandwiching a song, kind of a new song. When we bring a new song, I kind of like to sing it twice. We sing in the beginning a Hine Matov and a Hallelujah, kind of together in one. A beautiful welcoming song and a beautiful send-off song, shall we say, by the wonderful cantor Lisa Levine. It is a beautiful song. I love it. One of my faves. Here we go. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hine, hine, matov manayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hine, hine, matov manayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hine, matov manayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Hine, matov manayim, sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim, sheverachim gam yachad. Sheverachim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Please stick around. We're going to stop going live in a second and say hello. Wish everybody Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to everyone.